trigonometry. The word trigonometry is derived from three Greek words, trigonia and metron. Tri meaning three, gonia is angle, and metron is measurement. So trigonometry is triangular measurement. So we deal with the triangles. Triangle will have three sides and three angles, and the sum of three angles is 180 degrees. So specially we deal with right angle triangle in trigonometry. So in a right angle triangle, one angle will be 90 degrees, and the side which is opposite to 90 degrees is called hypotenuse, and the sum of other two angles is 90 degrees, because we know that the sum of three angles in a triangle is 180 degrees. So since in a right angle triangle one angle is already 90 degrees, so the sum of other two angles will be 90 degrees. Means if this angle is 45, the other angle will be 45. If this angle is 30 degrees, the other angle will be 60 degrees. Or we can say that the other two angles are complementary. So in a right angle triangle, the side which is opposite to the right angle, 90 degrees angle, is called hypotenuse. And hypotenuse is the largest side of the triangle. And the other two sides are smaller than the hypotenuse. And if you sum up the other two sides, that sum will be always greater than hypotenuse. For example, if this side is 3, this side is 4, and the hypotenuse is 5. So hypotenuse is the largest side of the triangle, and if the sum of these two sides is 4 plus 3, this should be always greater than 5. Hypotenuse. And to denote these sides, one side is defined as hypotenuse. The other two sides are denoted by, if you are looking with respect to this angle, this side is named as opposite side, and this side is named as adjacent side. And if we are looking from this angle, this side is denoted as opposite side, and this side is denoted as adjacent side. To represent the general angle, we name it as theta in trigonometry. So we will hear in all the trigonometry theta, sin theta, cos theta, tan theta, like that, with all the trigonometric ratios. So in trigonometry we have 6 trigonometric ratios: sine, cosine, tangent, cosecant, secant and cotangent. And the abbreviations are sine, cos, tan, cosec, secant and cot. We call it as ratios because these can be expressed in terms of the ratios of sides. For example, sine is represented as the ratio of opposite side and hypotenuse. Cos is represented as the ratio of adjacent side and hypotenuse. Tan is represented as the ratio of opposite side and adjacent side. And we need to remember these ratios in the same order, because the first 3 are the multiplicative inverse of the last 3. Means sine is multiplicative inverse of cosecant, and cos is multiplicative inverse of secant, and tan is multiplicative inverse of cot, and vice versa. Cosecant is multiplicative inverse of sine, secant is multiplicative inverse of cos, and cot is multiplicative inverse of tan. So sine, as we discussed, as this can be expressed in terms of ratios. So sine theta is opposite side by hypotenuse. So if we name this triangle as A, B and C, so sine theta is opposite by hypotenuse. The angle is theta. The side which is opposite to this one is BC. So opposite side is BC, and adjacent side is AB, and hypotenuse is AC. So sin theta is opposite side by hypotenuse. So sin theta is BC by AC, and cos theta is adjacent side by hypotenuse. So adjacent side is AB by hypotenuse is AC, and tan theta is opposite side by adjacent side. Opposite side is BC and adjacent side is AB. And since sine theta is opposite side by hypotenuse, cosecant theta will be hypotenuse by adjacent side. Since sine theta is opposite by, we'll write it here, opposite by hypotenuse, cosecant theta will be hypotenuse by opposite side. Cos theta is adjacent side by hypotenuse, so secant theta will be hypotenuse by adjacent side. Tan theta is opposite by adjacent, so cot theta will be adjacent by opposite. So to remember this, if we can remember this spelling, SOHCAHTOA, so that will be very easy. S represents sine and OH is opposite by hypotenuse. C is cos and AH is adjacent by hypotenuse. T is tan and OA is opposite by adjacent. Pythagoras theorem. Pythagoras theorem plays an important role in trigonometry. So let us discuss the statement of Pythagoras theorem. In a right angle triangle, the square of hypotenuse is equal to the sum of squares of other two sides. So in this right angle triangle, the hypotenuse is AC and the other two sides are AB and BC. So according to the statement, the square of hypotenuse is equals to the sum of other two sides. So we can write it as AC square, which is hypotenuse, is equals to the sum of squares of other two sides, which are AB square plus BC square. So in right angle triangle, if any two sides are given, we can find the third side. For example, if this side is given as 3 and this side is given as 4, so hypotenuse will be the sum of squares of other two sides. So AC square will be 3 square plus 4 square. 3 square is 9 and 4 square is 16 and 9 plus 16 is 25. So AC square is 25. AC is equals to square root of 25, which is 5. So similarly, or we can directly write as, to find AC, that will be square root of AB square plus AC square. And we can even find, if these two sides are given, one is hypotenuse and the other side is given, so we can find the third side using this this Pythagoras expression. AC square is equals to AB square plus BC square. So in this right angle triangle, suppose this is 90 degrees. So if we know that this is 13 and this side is 12, we need to find this side. So let us say this as X. We will name it as ABC. So as we know that from Pythagoras theorem, the square of hypotenuse is equals to the sum of squares of other two sides, AB square plus BC square. Now we need to find AB square. So transpose this BC square on that side. So AC square minus BC square is AB square. And AB is square root of AC square minus BC square. So X will be square root of 13 square minus 12 square. 13 square is 169 minus 12 square is 144, which is square root of 25, that is 5. So X is 5. So in here 3, 4 and 5. Now we got it as 5, 12 and 13. See, in this also 13 is the greatest one. So hypotenuse is the largest side of the triangle. And these are named as 3, 4, 5 and 5, 12, 13 are called Pythagoras triads or Pythagoras triplets. So we will see some of the Pythagoras triplets and triads formed 1, 1 and root 2. So the last one is the hypotenuse. Then the first two sides are the other two sides. Means one is opposite side and the other will be adjacent side. So if we remember these Pythagoras triads, that will be very easy. These are the frequently used Pythagoras triads. There are unlimited Pythagoras triads, but for 10th class, these are enough to remember. Or even if we don't remember also, we can solve it using Pythagoras theorem. Now we know that sin theta is BC by AC. means the opposite side by hypotenuse, and cos theta is AB by AC, which is adjacent side by hypotenuse, and tan theta is opposite side BC by adjacent side AB, and cosecant, secant and cot are the multiplicative inverses. So let us find some of the basic trigonometric equations, identities, using Pythagoras theorem. So the first one is sin square theta plus cos square theta, the value of sin square theta and cos square theta. So sin square theta can be represented as BC by AC whole square, and cos theta can be represented as AB by AC whole square. So since the denominator is same, AC square and AC square, we can write it as BC square plus AB square by AC square. And from Pythagoras theorem, we know that the sum of squares of other two sides, which are AB square and BC square, is equals to the square of hypotenuse. So we can replace the numerator BC square and plus AB square with AC square. And since denominator and numerator are same, we can cancel each other and the answer is 1. So the first trigonometric identity using Pythagoras theorem is sin square theta plus cos square theta is equals to 1. Similarly, we can see secant square theta minus tan square theta. Secant is multiplicative inverse of cos. So cos is AB by AC, so secant will be AC by AB. So we are writing it as AC by AB whole square minus BC by AB whole square. Since the denominator is same, we can write the denominator as AB square and the numerator as AC square minus BC square. AC square is hypotenuse and we are subtracting the BC square. So we will get AB square from the Pythagoras theorem. So AB square by AB square. So these two are same, we can cancel and we will get it as 1. So the second identity is secant square theta minus tan square theta is equals to 1. Now the third identity, cosecant square theta minus cot square theta. Cosecant is multiplicative inverse of sine. So sine is BC by AC. So cosecant will be AC by BC whole square minus cot square theta. Cot is multiplicative inverse of tan. Tan is BC by AB. So we can write it as AB by BC. Since the denominator is same, we can represent it as AC square minus AB square by BC square. AC square is the hypotenuse and BC square is the opposite side and AB square is adjacent side. So AC square minus AB square will be BC square. BC square divided by BC square is 1. So the third trigonometric identity is cosecant square theta minus cot square theta is equals to 1. The value of 45 degrees for all the trigonometric ratios. So to find it, let us solve it using the right angled isosceles triangle in which the two angles are equal, and when the two angles are equal, the two sides are also equal. Two sides which are opposite to these angles. Let us consider this as A. So according to Pythagoras theorem, the hypotenuse will be square root of A square plus A square, which is A into 2 root 2. So now sin theta is opposite by hypotenuse. So if we are looking from this angle, suppose, so sin 45 degrees is equals to, the opposite side is A by hypotenuse is A root 2. So sin 45 is 1 by root 2. So cosecant 45 will be root 2 by 1. Now we will see cos 45. Cos 45 degrees is, cos is adjacent by hypotenuse. So adjacent side is A and the hypotenuse is A root 2. A and A will get cancelled. So cos 45 is also 1 by root 2. So secant 45, the multiplicative inverse of cos is root 2 by 1. Now tan 45 degrees. Tan 45 is, tan is opposite side by adjacent side. So opposite side is A and adjacent side is also A. So tan 45 is 1. So cot 45 is also 1, the multiplicative inverse of tan 45. The value of 30 degrees and 60 degrees for all trigonometric ratios. Let us draw an equilateral triangle with each angle 60 degrees and the each side let us consider it as 2a. And now we will draw a perpendicular from A, the point A, to the midpoint of BC. So since D is midpoint, so the 2A, the side 2A is split into two halves, A, and the angle of A is split into two halves, which is 30 degrees and 30 degrees. So before it was 60 degrees, now it is 30, and the side opposite to it is split as A and A. Now we will take any of the two right angle triangles. Let us take triangle A, B and D. Triangle ABD. In this triangle, this angle is 30 degrees. So the side which is opposite to this 30 degrees is BD, and the adjacent side is AD, and the hypotenuse is 2A. So this is opposite to this one. So this is adjacent side, this is opposite side, and this is adjacent side. Hypotenuse is AB, and AD is the adjacent side for 30 degrees angle, and BD is the opposite side. So now we have A here, the opposite side value we have, and the hypotenuse we have. We need to find ADs. AD will be square root of 2A whole square, which is 4A square, minus BD square, which is A square. So 3 into A square, we can write it as A root 3. So AD is A into root 3. So ABD is a triangle, right angle triangle. So hypotenuse is 2A, and opposite side is A, adjacent side is A root 3 for this angle 30 degrees. So now sine 30 degrees will be opposite by hypotenuse. So sine 30 degrees can be written as the opposite side is A and adjacent side is A root 3. Sorry, opposite side by hypotenuse. So hypotenuse is 2A. A and A will get cancelled. So sine 30 degrees is 1 by 2. Now we will see cos 30 degrees. Cos is adjacent side by hypotenuse. So cos 30 degrees will be adjacent side is A into root 3 divided by hypotenuse is 2A. A and A will get cancelled. So cos 30 degrees is root 3 by 2. Now we will say tan 30 degrees. So tan 30 degrees. Tan is opposite by adjacent side. So opposite side is A and adjacent side is A into root 3. So tan 30 degrees is 1 by root 3. Now we will find the value of 60 degrees. Sine 60 degrees, tan 60 degrees. So we have to look with respect to this angle. So with respect to this angle, the opposite side will be AD and the adjacent side is BD. Hypotenuse is same because hypotenuse is always the opposite side of 90 degrees. So now sine 60 degrees is equals to sine is opposite by hypotenuse. So opposite is A root 3 divided by hypotenuse is 2A. So sine 60 degrees is root 3 by 2. Similarly, cos 60 will be adjacent side by hypotenuse, which is A by 2A. So sine 60 degrees is 1 by 2. Now tan 60 degrees. Tan is opposite by adjacent. So opposite side is A root 3 divided by adjacent side is A. So tan 60 degrees is root 3. The value of 0 degrees for all the trigonometric ratios. So let us take this as a right angle triangle, which is 90 degrees at B. So now this angle is currently 45 degrees. So if we reduce this angle, the side which is opposite, that is BC, will be reduced and this inclination will be reduced. This angle is reduced, so the length of AC will increase and the length of BC will decrease. So suppose this is 25 degrees. See, the height of BC has decreased. AB is increased and AC is also increased. Now this angle is 25 degrees. So now if we reduce furthermore, the BC is more small and AC is increased and AB is also increased. So when we reach 0 degrees, so BC is 0, means the opposite side is 0 and the adjacent side is equals to the hypotenuse. So now sine 0 degrees will be, since opposite side is 0, opposite side by hypotenuse will be 0. And cos 0 degrees will be, cos is adjacent side by hypotenuse. Adjacent side and hypotenuse are equal here. So it is 1. So tan 0 degrees will be opposite side by adjacent side. Opposite side BC is 0. So tan 0 is also 0. Similarly, since sin 0 is 0, the multiplicative inverse cosecant 0 will be 1 by 0, which is not defined. Cos 0 is 1. So secant 0 will be 1 by 1, that is 1. And tan 0 is 0. So cot 0 will be 1 by 0, which is not defined. The value of 90 degrees. So in this right angle triangle, this is 90 degrees. The hypotenuse is AC and the opposite side of this angle is BC. Adjacent side is AB. So now if we increase this angle to 90 degrees, towards 90 degrees, BC will move to the left hand side and the length of BC is increased, AC is also increased and AB is reduced. So let us see this 60 degrees. So BC is moved to left hand side. Previously B was here. Now this is the point of B. So now AB is reduced and these two are increased. Now furthermore, for 75 degrees, BC is increased and AC is increased. If we still move, if we make it 90 degrees this angle, so BC and AC are equal and AB will be 0. Means the opposite side and hypotenuse are equal. Opposite side and hypotenuse are equal and adjacent side will be 0. See. Now here AB is 0, which is adjacent side, and AC is hypotenuse, which is equal to BC. So now we will find sin 90 degrees. We know that sin theta is opposite by hypotenuse. So opposite side and hypotenuse both are same here. So that will be 1. And cos 90 degrees. Cos 90 degrees is adjacent side by hypotenuse. Adjacent side is 0. 0 by hypotenuse is 0. Now tan 90 degrees. Tan 90 degrees is opposite by adjacent. Now opposite side is 0 and adjacent side is BC. Sorry. Here opposite side is BC and adjacent side is 0. Adjacent side is AB, which is 0. So this is tan 90 degrees is not defined. Now this is the table for all values of trigonometric ratios. 0 degrees, 30 degrees, 45, 60 and 90 degrees. So we have sin 0 is 0 and sin 30 is 1 by 2 and sin 45 is 1 by root 2. Sin 60 is root 3 by 2 and sin 90 is 1. So at least if we remember the first 3 ratios, so the other 3 ratios will be, if you remember these 3, the other 3 ratios are the multiplicative inverses of the first 3 ratios. So there are many easy ways to remember. You can use any of them, or the best way is by practicing. If we keep practicing the problems, all values will be remembered easily. Trigonometric ratios of complementary angles. So we know that in a right angle triangle, one angle is already 90 degrees. So the sum of other two angles is 90 degrees. So if one angle is 30 degrees, the other angle will be 60 degrees. If one angle is 45 degrees, the other angle will be 45 degrees. So the sum is 90 degrees. Now if we are representing this angle, the opposite side will be BC and adjacent side is AB. And with respect to this angle 90 minus theta, the opposite side is AB and the adjacent side will be BC. And hypotenuse is AC in both the cases. So now let us see sin theta. So with respect to this angle, sin theta is opposite by hypotenuse. Opposite side is BC and hypotenuse is AC. So sin theta is BC by AC and sin 90 minus theta. So with respect to this angle, the opposite side is AB by AC. Now cos theta. Cos theta is adjacent side by hypotenuse. With respect to this angle, AB by AC is cos theta and cos 90 minus theta is adjacent side BC by hypotenuse AC. Similarly, tan theta. Tan theta is opposite by adjacent. So adjacent opposite side is BC for theta and adjacent side is AB. And tan 90 minus theta, opposite side is AB, adjacent side is BC. And since cot is multiplicative inverse, that will be AB by BC and BC by AB. Now if we observe here, sin theta is equals to cos 90 minus theta. This is also BC by AC, this is also BC by AC. Similarly, cos theta is equals to sin 90 minus theta. And tan theta is cot 90 minus theta and cot theta is tan 90 minus theta. The values here are same, AB by AC, AB by BC. So these are the relation between the complementary angles. So these are the basic trigonometric introduction. So at least if we remember all these topics for class 10, this is enough to resolve all the problems.